The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
Hello and welcome to Real Reviews. Here we are with our it's a very different show this month. We are in a different space. I'm Jameson Rabbit. This is Steve Sabaki.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
We are not.
No.
This is our first time doing it in this new locale as the studios of the Sun Prairie Media Center are being reconfigured. It's going to be wonderful and new, but for today, here we are in
the library makerspace.
The Mixer, I've heard.
Yeah.
We are in the Mixer, and we're here to talk about a bunch of things. It's been a little while. I think it was 2025 the last time we spoke, and so we have some movies to talk about, to catch up on, and then we want to get into some of the movies from 2025 that just did not work for us. We have our worst of the year list coming this episode, which I'm very excited for. We don't know each other's list. It's going to be exciting, but let's waste no time. Let's get right into some of the movies that we want to talk about. And I'm going to go to you first. What do we have?
We're going to talk about Sentimental Value, which is directed by Joachim Trier. There's going to be a bunch of names here that I'm going to mispronounce. But this movie follows sisters Nora, played by Renata Reinsva, and Agnes, played by Inga Ipsdotter Lilius?
Lilius, yeah.
Lilius? Okay. And it follows them in their reunion with their estranged father, Gustav, who was played by Stellan Skarsgård. And Gustav left the girls when they were kids following a divorce from the mother to focus on his career as a movie director. Mother dies, so Gustav returns to Norway to reclaim the house and to try to reconcile with his daughters by offering Nora and Agnes's young son, his grandson, parts in his new movie. Nora's a fairly successful stage actress. She's got a bad case of stage fright. Agnes is more sympathetic to Gustav. She wants to understand more about him. Nora just does not want to do that. She wants nothing to do with Gustav. She turns the role down. So Gustav hires American actress Rachel Kemp, who's played by Elle Fanning, to play the part. So Gustav wants to try to reconnect with his daughters, but he also sees this movie, it's his last shot at making something great, seal his legacy as a director. Rachel, the American, she becomes more conflicted about starring in this movie when she realizes that the role is not right for her, that it's better suited for Nora. And, I mean, this sounds like your typical family drama, but I'm telling you, these four actors, all four of them, put on an acting masterclass for this film. And because they're so interconnected with each other, had any one of these performances been weak or off, this film could have just easily become a very soap opera-ish drama.
Yes, it took all of them. And, I went into this, Stellan Skarsgård's a legend, but Renata Reinsva is someone who I really enjoy. Worst person in the world.
Yep, we
great
talked about
performance.
that. Yep.
And so when I saw her reuniting with Joachim Trier, who directed that film as well, that's what sold me on this movie. This is going to be great. And so going in, I'm expecting great things out of her. And Elle Fanning's wonderful, Stellan Skarsgård. But it's Inga Ipsdotter. I have no idea who she was going in.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Blew me away. She had a lot of the emotional charge in this movie as the daughter who kind of had to play the in-between of the estranged sister and the dad who has been distant for their lives, and she's the one who hasn't given up hope on him, where Nora gave up hope.
Yeah.
And she was incredible. And
I actually thought she was the best, gave the best. They're all great, but she gave the best performance out of the
agree.
four.
When I walked out of there, I said, I can't believe it, but I mean, you should start shining up some hardware for this movie, but it's not Renata Reinsva who was the best performance in this movie, which was really exciting. And Elle Fanning, I don't feel like her character was given as much to do as the daughters, but it was a very important part, especially when she realizes that she is that her character is the stand-in for the daughters and their relationship and how she reacts to that. And yeah, it's great. Now, remember our last episode, we were talking about the movie Jay Kelly, and I said, I've seen a movie with a very similar storyline that I enjoy much, much more than this, of the aging
two different
actor,
movies.
but yes, but this, having seen this right before Jay Kelly, I was like, I mean, it's a very
better.
similar storyline, and yeah, just done better. Yeah, I mean, the supporting pieces in this movie were much more than just complimentary pieces. Everyone's been nominated for Oscars for this movie, all 4 actors, which is pretty
Which kind
incredible.
of surprised me because I thought Elle Fanning would be left out.
I did too. And I would have been okay if she was the one who didn't get it.
I'm glad
it
she got
surprised
it,
me,
though.
like Golden Globes, Stellan Skarsgård wins Best Supporting Actor, and I was like, the movie is his story. I can't believe he's even supporting.
Well, I mean, I looked it up. He's 74. He's been in a ton of films, including ones like Dune and the Thor movies and Mamma Mia.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, but plus a lot of movies that probably nobody's ever heard
Yes.
of,
Yeah.
that I haven't seen. I mean, out of the ones that I have seen with him in it, this is hands down the best performance I've seen.
Very meta performance
Yeah,
of an
yeah.
aging actor trying to get one last big one.
You know, and this is kind of 2/3 in a foreign languages subtitles, 1/3 English.
Yeah.
I know some people get turned off by that. Please don't.
Deal with it.
Just go to it. You know, it to me, that to have it that way, where you had the combination of the foreign language and English, actually made it more effective for the story, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought.
What did you end up giving sentimental value?
I think it's one of the best of 2025. I gave it 4.5 stars.
Yeah, I agree. I gave it 4.5 as well. It's great. If you just want to watch great performances in an interesting story, this is a movie for you. All right, moving on. We have Song Sung Blue. Let me do my job here. How about that?
Hey.
Song
I
Sung Blue.
can't wait to hear what you thought of this.
Yeah, from director Craig Brewer. It's a musical drama based on the true story of Mike and Claire Sardina, a real-life couple from Milwaukee, who gained regional fame as Neil Diamond tribute act called Lightning and Thunder. The film follows Hugh Jackman as Mike. He is the lightning of the pair. He's a mechanic and musician, and Claire, played by Kate Hudson, is Thunder. She's a single mother and a Patsy Cline impersonator who meet at the Wisconsin State Fair and form a romantic and musical partnership. And encouraged by Claire, they become the Neil Diamond tribute act, Lightning and Thunder, and their act gains regional popularity, leading famously to a moment of being on stage opening for Pearl Jam, which we see in this movie. And their success is unfortunately interrupted by tragedy in 1989 when Claire is involved in a car accident, when a car veers off the road into her and she loses her leg, and Mike suffers from heart problems, and there's some issues with the kids, and ultimately, we kind of go through a lot of tumult. It kind of goes through your typical rock star biopic story, right? The highs and lows of being in there. And it's based on the 2008 documentary of the same name.
Which I haven't. Have you seen that?
I did. I watched
Okay.
it after this. I didn't know about this documentary.
Yeah.
So I saw this. I heard about that. I watched it. It's good. It's a fun one.
I think you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. And there's a lot, especially with the kids, that is very different in the documentary in real life than what was shown on screen. But I'll never let facts get in the way of a good story. And that's what kind of happens here. It's a good story. I like the chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson. Their chemistry is good together. I believe them enough. Kate Hudson's Wisconsin accent is in and out. Sometimes she's channeling Fargo, I feel like. But I appreciate a small, odd story like this. These are just regular people who shouldn't have a Hollywood musical biopic about them, played by massive stars and Oscar winners, given this melodramatic storyline, but it worked for me more than it did.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I know I hate music biopics.
I know you do.
But this isn't your typical one, or at least your typical people.
That's true.
And I think that's what it was these are people who, they're just regular folks.
So here's one of the reasons why I love this movie. My hairstylist.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a hairstylist.
Wow, me too.
She told me she has a customer who is a cousin to Claire.
Okay.
Saldina. And then I have a friend at work whose best friend has Claire as an aunt.
Oh, wow.
Now, the point is, I love that this movie has that local connection.
Sure.
I mean, because, we're in Wisconsin. people out of state aren't going to have that connection. But in the span of a couple of weeks, I talked to a couple of people that had somewhat of a real connection to these characters. And I love that. I mean, I knew of them. I knew that there was this Lightning and Thunder Neil Diamond duo.
Sure.
I didn't know the details of their story. We watch this at home, and as we're watching it, my wife is furiously on her phone looking up their story, and I'm like, don't tell me about what's going to happen. So I didn't know about a lot of what happened. And yeah, I mean, did they Hollywood it up with some stuff that didn't happen to them? Yeah, they did. Yeah. But that's par for the course. Yeah. That's typical. This is just one of those big-hearted, feel-good, old-fashioned, schmaltzy, hokey, corny, dramas. It had some humor in it. I loved every minute of it. I like Neil Diamond. I'm not a super fan of his. I'm more a fan of his early music. I mean, I remember I grew up hearing his songs on top 40 radio stations like WLS in Chicago. I tend to grimace when I hear Sweet Caroline because I think it's been overplayed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I love the part of the movie where Hugh Jackman's character insists that their show open with Suleiman, which I actually think is a much better song.
But not your opening banger to get the crowd into it. Especially when you're at a biker bar.
And yeah, the supporting characters got to be a little cartoonish.
Belushi was cartoonish
as
to me.
The manager and the bus driver.
Yeah.
But I just really enjoyed this. It made me feel good. I'm so happy that Kate Hudson was nominated for Best Actress.
I'll say, I can't remember the last time that I enjoyed a Kate Hudson movie. I'm not a fan of hers in any way.
Well, this is her best one since Almost Famous.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
25 years ago that was.
Yeah, that was the last time I was like, I like Kate Hudson in that. And yeah, the fact that she won me over. Mike, rest in peace, should be very happy the casting that job they did for him, because if you watch the documentary, he looked more like a gargoyle than Hugh Jackman. And should be probably very happy with the casting choice they made.
Okay. I got to watch that.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, the local flavor helps it. Absolutely.
It does. Yeah. I mean, it's just fun to watch that. I mean, they go up to Shawano to play in a casino up there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. All right, what did you end up giving Song Sung Blue?
I gave it 4.5 stars.
Wow.
I mean, it just affected me in all the right ways.
That's good. Yeah, I gave it 3.5, which is incredibly strong for a music biopic.
Well, yeah, for you, that's strong for you.
Nothing gets more than 2.5 for me for a music biopic. 3.5, it's fun. It's a good time. And I also recommend the documentary is streaming online. I can't remember where I watch it, but it's free streaming.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch as well. All right, let's move on to, it feels like it's been forever since I saw some of these movies.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let's go to the next one, which is Marty Supreme from director Josh Safdie. This one is set in 1952, New York City. Marty Supreme is a propulsive, hypercharged sports dramedy that follows the chaotic rise and fall of Marty Mauser, played by Timothy Chalamet. He's a relentless 23-year-old Jewish table tennis prodigy. Table tennis, that's right. Marty is a manic, self-obsessed ping-pong shark who views everyone as a stepping stone to his dream of becoming a world champion at table tennis. To fund his international ambitions, he resorts to increasingly desperate con schemes. And while pursuing this greatness, his personal life begins to spiral. He maintains a volatile affair with his childhood friend Rachel, who's played wonderfully by Odessa A'zion, who becomes pregnant with his child. On a tournament trip to London, he enters into another affair with screen actress Kay Stone, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. And she's stuck in this bitter marriage with a wealthy businessman, played by Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary. And after a devastating loss at the British Open to his rival, a Japanese ace, Koto Endo, his arrogance leads to professional banishment and a mountain of debt. And it's basically Marty running, trying to keep the con going and trying to stay ahead of the bad guys. And like any Safdie film, this feels very much like Uncut Gems or Good Time, where it's a character who's charismatic and unsavory, who is constantly moving, hustling through a world full of even more unsavory characters, and this unease grows in your stomach as he runs his grifts and robs Peter to pay Paul to just stay ahead of the hangman. And all the Safdie movies, a lot of non-actors, Kevin O'Leary, Penn Jillette. I wasn't expecting to see, remember that homeless guy, the guy with the golden voice that they found? During the pandemic, they found this.
Was he in the movie?
He was. When Marty would go down into that like underground table
Really?
tennis thing, he
Yeah.
was the doorman. I was like, the guy with the golden voice?
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the fashion designer's in there. Well, I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
now.
there's so many
Yeah.
just non-actors. Oh, Isaac Mizrahi.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these. Yeah, I mean, it's drawing all kind of award nominations and such. And I really enjoyed Timothée Chalamet in this movie quite a bit. I feel like his whole career has been built to this character of being able to carry a movie.
I felt like a Marty Supreme ping pong ball watching this movie.
Yeah?
I mean, it's back and forth between the bad behavior and the shouting and the hustling and the swindling and the criminal activity and the running from police, people getting shot, a mobster with a dog, a bathtub collapsing on the mobster. I mean, it just went on and on and on. I
Yeah.
mean, this is at one speed. It does not slow
breakneck
down.
pace.
It wore me out. I mean, there is so much being thrown at you. And yeah, it's been getting a ton of praise. I mean, I will admit, there are some good things about this movie. Yes, strong performance from Timothée Chalamet. Not as good as when he played Bob Dylan. I know you're not going to agree with
stop
that.
it.
I really mean that. Is he going to win? Yes, he's going to win
Probably.
the Oscar. I thought there were better performances out there. I thought Odessa A'zion was good. Gwyneth Paltrow, normally I'm not a fan of hers.
Very much like Kate Hudson for me. Like, well, she was given something to do finally.
Yeah, I thought
I'm not
she
a fan
was
of
good.
hers normally.
Yeah, I thought the table tennis scenes were very authentic.
Well, he spent 7 years learning
Yeah.
how to play.
Right. I mean, they look great. The settings look great.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's my biggest pet peeve. This was set in the 50s.
Oh, but what's the soundtrack make you believe it is? 80s new wave, right?
Why do they do that? I mean, it's in the
It
50s.
opens
and they're
with some
playing
80s new
Tears
wave.
for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
I just.
The
I don't
first time
like
I saw
that.
this in
I know
theaters,
that's what he does.
I looked at my
Safdie does.
phone and I was like, what year is this movie set in? I was like, it's not in 1982? Okay.
And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. I don't like Kevin O'Leary. I
Yeah.
don't like him on Shark Tank.
No.
I just don't like the guy. I'll just leave it at that.
Sure.
I mean, he's been getting some praise for that.
Inspired
Fine,
casting
whatever.
to cast a bad guy by finding just a regular life bad guy to play the role.
I just wanted this film to slow down enough to tell us more about Marty Mauser and why he is the way he is. I mean, the only time you really get a glimpse of his real emotional side is at the very, very end of the
Yeah,
film.
right.
And that's it.
I really enjoyed his interactions with Rachel. I've never really seen Odessa A'zion in anything.
I haven't either, yeah.
And I think she was, what I think stood out to me with her was she was basically the only good person in this movie, in a movie full of scumbags.
Not really.
She was the only one who had a
was
conscience, though.
But, no, she was kind of a con artist herself.
I think she was only in because of the circumstances.
Okay.
You also get Fran Drescher in this movie as his mom.
A little tiny part.
Wild stuff.
She's on People magazine. They say, "Oh, star of Marty
She's back.
Supreme." She was hardly in the film.
Yeah, what I like about these Safdie movies is they pack the screen with characters. And like you say, this movie is packed with
It's
characters.
exhausting. It wore me out.
Yeah.
It really did. I don't
love
know
it.
if I'll ever want to watch this again.
See, I do, because I haven't seen this movie in a while. And as I was getting my notes together, I was like, I need to rewatch Marty Supreme, because that's,
I know you would love it.
yeah, you better believe it. All right, let's move on. What do we have? What are you giving Marty Supreme for your
I
score?
mean, I'll be fair. I'll give it 3 stars. I mean, it's just above average for me. It has some good stuff.
I loved it. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a 5-star movie in my book.
Really?
Put it on the board.
Oh, wow.
I loved it. I need to rewatch it though because it's been about 6 weeks since I saw it, and I need a replay. So there you go. Good movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to a movie that you saw. You saw a couple movies this month that I didn't get to. What do you have for us first?
I think, are we going to talk about there it is. It's This Thing On. It's directed by one of my guys, Bradley Cooper. Stars Will Arnett as Alex. His world's falling apart. He's separating from his wife, Tess, played by Laura Dern. She's a former volleyball player. She wants to get back to that, possibly coach in the upcoming Summer Olympics. They try to end their marriage amicably and maintain a friendship while at the same time raise their 2 young boys. And one night, Alex wants a drink, so he goes to the neighborhood bar only to be told that he has to pay a cover charge to get in because it's open mic night for stand-up. So he does what any normal human being would do. Instead of going to a different bar, he signs up to do a few minutes of stand-up so he doesn't have to pay the cover charge, and he's never done it before. But he actually likes being on stage and having people laugh at his personal problems. That's what he talks about. He talks about the pain that he's going through. And he just decides to keep doing it, not as a career so much, but as more of a hobby. And I'm trying to understand why this movie is not getting a lot of love. And first of all, full disclosure, you know this, I love Bradley Cooper. This is the 3rd movie that he's directed. I mean, out of the 3, this comes in 3rd, after A Star is Born and Maestro.
That's right, yeah.
I know you didn't like Maestro.
Nope.
But it's still very good, and Cooper does have a supporting role in this as the goofy stoner best friend to Will Arnett.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of unnecessary, but he's the boss.
He's
I mean,
there, he's gotta do something.
what are you going to do? So, I mean, this focuses on subject matter that's been done multiple times before. It's the divorce story. But I thought it worked because I thought Will Arnett just surprised the heck out of me. I mean, he turned in a performance that I thought was very genuine. He was vulnerable. He was credible. I mean, he made me believe that he was a person who would actually make that choice to go up and do stand-up, in which he's never done it before. The negative side, there's a twist in the middle of the film, which I'm not going to talk about, pretty hard to believe. And Peyton Manning has a small role in this movie. I mean, he plays Tess's supposed new boyfriend. I see him.
Casting there.
I see him in enough television commercials.
Yeah.
I don't need to see him in a movie. Peyton, just stay out of the film world.
That's funny.
I mean, that didn't work. I mean, this film did remind me of another film that Cooper starred in. He didn't direct it, but that was Silver Linings Playbook.
Okay, sure.
From 2012. Will Arnett's parents in the film, played by Ciarán Hinds and Christine Ebersol. They're very similar to Bradley Cooper's parents in Silver Linings. I thought, Bradley Cooper struck a nice balance between the stand-up comedy world and the personal life for Will Arnett with his kids and his children and his friends. And I enjoyed it.
Better or worse than Punchline?
Oh, the Tom Hanks one? I haven't seen that one in such a long time. Maybe a little bit better.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to see this one, and circumstances kept me from seeing it. It was kind of in and out of the theater too quick for me.
It didn't last long.
Yeah, which kind of surprised me, considering the star power. But what did you end up giving Is This Thing On?
I gave it 4 stars.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I thought, come on. This movie was totally ignored by the Oscars.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not like it came out at a time where there was a lot of other great movies.
No.
Kind of a dead period, but all right, good. Now we know. All right, you saw another movie that I was unable to get to.
Oh, you want me to talk about that one too?
Well, yeah, one that's been getting a lot of buzz.
I can't even believe you didn't see this.
I did
This is a movie that you would see that I would not see.
I was shocked that was the way it went down, yes.
But my daughter dragged me to this. It's The Housemaid, directed by Paul Feig, and it stars Sydney Sweeney as Millie, who becomes the live-in housekeeper for a wealthy couple played by Amanda Seyfried as Nina and Brandon Sklenar as Andrew, her husband. It's based on the novel, which came out in 2022, and I think there's 3 books total in the series. Millie, she's got a criminal record, and she really needs this job. So she takes the job. Her room at the house is located in the attic with a sealed window and a door that locks from the outside. Gee, is something not quite right here? While Millie is hiding her past, she slowly learns that this household holds some dark secrets. Nina seems to have some issues, as she can be overly sweet in one moment and then just go absolutely off the rails in another moment simply because she can't find something. And here's something that's going to shock this guy. This movie was not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, I went there thinking, I'm going to hate this.
Yeah.
This is just going to be awful. I mean, despite its faults, and there are a few of them, I was actually entertained by this. Who knew?
Sydney Sweeney can act, huh?
Well, I I don't know how you feel about Sydney
Not a fan.
Sweeney. Okay.
I think she's a terrible actress.
I mean, she made 4 films in 2025.
yeah, they're all so bad.
Did you see all of them?
I think so.
Okay. I haven't made up my mind about her yet. She kind of sleepwalks her way through the first 2/3 of this, and
I
then
can see
she
that.
kind of comes alive in the final third. The best performance, though, came from Amanda Seyfried.
Mm-hmm.
She can play creepy and crazy as good as anybody.
Yeah. She uses those
Holy
eyes to
cow.
the maximum effect.
Wow. I mean, if you don't believe that, not only watch this, but watch the TV series The Dropout, where she plays Elizabeth
seen that.
Holmes. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her in the movie. I think it's out now, called The Testament of Anne Lee.
Yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
The music. It's actually a musical. Any other hunky actor could have interchanged with Brendan Sklenar as the perfect husband. Not all that memorable. I mean, yeah, there were times when this movie played like Lifetime Network psycho wife thriller. I mean, there were moments that you could see coming a mile away. Gee, I wonder if the housemaid's going to end up with the husband.
Sure.
But there were some plot twists that generally did surprise me. And yeah, even though it's more than 2 hours, which it probably didn't need to be,
Yeah.
I didn't lose interest in it.
Okay.
I thought it was, good, trashy fun. Paul Feig released 2 movies in 2025.
What was the other one?
Another Simple Favor.
Oh, I did not like that.
Horrible movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is so much better.
Okay.
So much better.
All right.
So I just heard they greenlit the next one,
Okay.
the next Housemaid movie.
You're there, opening night.
I will probably go to that one
love
as
it.
well. So, yeah.
We're breaking new ground here today. What did you end up giving The Housemaid?
I mean, it's average, 2.5 stars.
That's great.
Yeah.
For a movie that you got dragged kicking and screaming to.
That's right. It's like, I don't want to go.
That's huge. All right, I have one last movie. I have a movie that I saw that I couldn't get you to go see.
No.
Here it is.
No.
Even though it's got Ray Fiennes, one of our favorites. It is The Bone Temple. It is a spin-off of 28 Years Later, which also came out 2025 in the universe of the Rage Virus films. 28 Years Later came out. It was one of my favorite films of the year. A great time, wonderful revisit to this zombie genre universe. In that movie, we meet Spike, who is played by Alfie Williams. He's a young man who went out into the world for the first time, having to face the fear and uncertainty that this Rage Virus has created. We also met Dr. Kelson, Ray Fiennes' character, in that movie. He's a strange man living out in the open, surrounded by his massive bone temple, as you see here. He's a kind man. His skin has been dyed red due to the iodine that he covers himself in, and he has wisdom and he has patience. And right at the end of that movie, young Spike was met by a gang of teens, all with matching long blonde hair and Adidas track suits, led by a charismatic leader, Jimmy Crystal, and they relish getting to kill anything. That's how that movie ended. We pick up Bone Temple immediately after that film. Spike has fallen in with the gang. They are collectively known as the Fingers because they serve as the fingers to Jimmy Crystal's hand. Jimmy Crystal, played by Jack O'Connell, he is a cult leader. He claims to be the son of Satan, or Old Nick, as Satan is known as in this world. He can hear the instructions from Old Nick to decimate everyone, zombie and the living alike, with great joy and in horrific fashion. And as they wander the land, they happen upon Dr. Kelson, who himself is on a wild journey, having come face to face with the Alpha Predator, a man that he's nicknamed Samson. Samson is a killing machine filled with the Rage Virus, who loves to just rip people's heads and spines off of their bodies with his superhuman strength. And Dr. Kelson and he have a very interesting series of interactions in this film that are unlike anything we've seen in this series before. Very unexpected stuff going on. We'll just put it at, there's a dance sequence between Dr. Kelson and the rage zombie Samson that I wasn't expecting to see. But when Jimmy and his fingers all fall upon Dr. Kelson, thinking that he's this man surrounded by spires of human skulls, skin dyed red, communing with a naked demon-looking guy, the natural inclination is, well, this must be Old Nick. This has to be Satan himself. And there's a lot that happens in the final act that I don't want to talk about, but we talked about in that scene in Anemone with Daniel Day-Lewis and and Sean Bean,
Doing the dance.
dancing in the cabin. This has two such scenes like that. One with him and the zombie, and one near the end set to the soundtrack of Iron Maiden's "Number of the Beast," which
you're
is
kidding.
an incredible scene in this movie. So good. Jack
Can
O'Connell.
I just watch that?
Oh, you should. It's on YouTube. It's so good. Jack O'Connell is Jimmy Crystal, right? And it's his movie. This one is him. He's a charismatic cult leader. Uses his charm and guile to talk his way in before terrorizing people. Very similar to the character he plays in Sinners, where he is.
Oh, he's in Sinners?
He is
Okay.
he is the thrust behind the turn in Sinners, and he
Right.
plays a very similar character to
boy.
perfection. The main difference is in this movie, he loves the Teletubbies, and he regales his followers with retellings of his favorite episodes of the show, because that was the last thing he saw before the zombie virus wiped everyone out. And this has a very different tone from the previous three installments, much calmer. But the common theme is humanity amongst chaos. That's kind of the theme of the 28 days later, 28 years later, is finding humanity amongst chaos, and how blessed we are to have Ralph Fiennes in this movie. This movie is elevated by the fact that he is Dr. Kelson in this. I mean, it's a character that would be cartoonish if it wasn't played by someone with actual
Well,
gravitas
this
to
kind
it.
of, I mean, Ralph Fiennes has been kind of introduced to a whole new generation of viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. The first film introduced us to Cillian Murphy. And so this...
He was in the first film?
Yeah, he was the
Okay.
star of the first film. And so this film does get really high-end actors that help keep it above the
Yeah.
fray of bad genre movies and into an elevated level. And this is no different. And this sets up, the end of this movie sets up where they're going next with it. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long for it, but I'm very excited for it. And so Bone Temple is a movie that I really enjoyed. I think it's a movie that you would really...
No.
No,
I'll
you would
watch
not.
that one
There's
scene.
some really hard to watch moments. I've seen this thrice in the theaters so far.
Oh,
And there are
gosh.
some moments that are getting harder to watch as opposed to getting easier to watch.
And you know they're coming.
Yeah, exactly. But I enjoy it quite a bit. And I give Bone Temple 4 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
Just under the 28 years later from last year, I gave that one 4.5. But
All right.
good flick. So now, as promised, we have some time to talk about some movies that
Sure.
we did not care for that came out in 2025. We saw a bunch of movies.
Yeah, there were a few.
And we've chosen 5 that we especially did not care for, and I'm going to go ahead and let you tell me your 5th least favorite movie.
All right. Worst of number 5. Oh, what fun.
This horrible Christmas movie?
I mean, every year somebody makes a new Christmas movie thinking that it's going to become the annual Christmas classic that everybody's going to tune into each year. This is not that movie. I mean, 2 years ago it was another Yuletide disaster, Candy Cane Lane with
Oh,
Eddie Murphy.
yeah, yeah.
This year it's Oh What, No Fun, starring Michelle Pfeiffer. She is the housewife and mom who just wants a little bit of gratitude from her family for all the hard work she puts into Christmas at home each year. And it's the Home Alone for housewives. They leave her behind when they take off for a holiday concert. So she jumps in the car and decides on the spur of the moment to go on a road trip to be a guest on her favorite Oprah wannabe
Yeah.
TV show
Yeah.
on Christmas Day. This movie's worse than the fruitcake that your aunt gives you every year.
It's so bad.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
It's horrible.
Yes, shockingly bad. I like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know what she was thinking of signing up for this movie.
Paycheck.
Paycheck is it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. My 5th worst movie of the year is a movie that unfortunately I forced your daughter to go see, and that is Him.
Oh,
From
okay.
Let me do my job here. There we go. Nope. Wrong order. There's a spoiler. Oh no. We are out of order. Okay. Trust me.
All right.
It's in there somewhere.
It's kind of like that.
Him is from director Justin Tipping, stars Tyreek Withers as Cam. It's a film I was excited for because of its connection with Jordan Peele as a producer, his company. I was really disappointed in this. I wanted to like it more than I did. It's really unfocused. Wants to be the next great football player, and so he goes to this camp run by Isaiah, played by Marlon Wayans, who is the 10-time MVP, the greatest player ever. He's the GOAT. He's him. This movie was so unfocused. The football was so bad in this movie. It's a psychological torture film, but the psychological torture, it was both on Cam and me as a viewer. I couldn't stand that part. I attempted a rewatch a couple months later, though, to be like, maybe I was unfair. I had to abort the rewatch. I couldn't do it.
You couldn't go through
I
all
made it
of
20 minutes in. I was like, no, it's not here.
And it's bad.
Yeah, and Marlon Wayans as the greatest football player ever made me really crack up because, come on, what are we doing? Anyways, that's my number 5 worst movie. I'm going to scroll through here and see if I can find our poster for the next one. What do you have for us?
Number 4 for me is The Roses. It's a remake of the 1989 film War of the Roses, which starred Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner as a married couple who just hated each other. And here the leads are played by Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman, 2 great actors. Little funny and cute at first, but then you spend the rest of the movie watching these 2 characters bicker and scream and fight and try to outsmart and even physically hurt each other, and it gets really, really old after that. We don't have it?
We don't have it.
Okay, that's okay. There's a couple of supporting actors, Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon. They don't contribute anything to this.
Yeah, shockingly.
I didn't like War of the Roses. I know you did.
I did.
Yeah, I dislike this film even more. I mean, Cumberbatch and Coleman deserve so much better than
I
this.
agree.
This one gave me a headache.
I like War of the Roses, and I was kind of excited for this movie because of the cast, and it did not deliver in the way it should have. Yeah, I agree. All right, my number 4, I think I saw it in here somewhere. Nope, that's not it.
That was him.
That was him. I found it. But I now know your list. I didn't know your list beforehand. My number 4 is here, right here. Electric State from the Russo brothers.
Oh, come on. It's got these cute
Yeah,
characters.
I know. Who you would know as the people who brought us some of the biggest movies of all time, the Avengers films. The Russo brothers have proven once again that their one true skill is wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on awful streaming movies. They made Cherry a few years ago, starring, what's his name, Tom Holland. That was awful. And Gray Man, another Netflix movie that also was horrible, I thought.
With Ryan Gosling?
And Chris Pine?
No. Ryan Gosling was the gray man, wasn't it?
Maybe. I washed these out of my mind.
You can't knock a
Did not
Ryan
like that.
Gosling
This
movie.
one, Chris Pratt stars in this movie and really shows his lack of range as he channels Star-Lord. It's like they told him, just do Star-Lord things. He's like, I can do that. Millie Bobby Brown is in this. I enjoy her. She tries unsuccessfully to elevate this movie. It's a basic story that's interesting. The basic story is interesting as humans become part of their tech. They're stuck in VR helmets. It's like a live-action Wall-E where the humans they just want to watch screens. But instead of heart and emotion, it's cold and emotionless. Nothing in this works. The Russos are incredibly limited filmmakers, and they wasted the talents of, get this, Woody Harrelson, Kiwi Kwan, Coleman Domingo, Stanley Tucci, Alan Tudyk. They're all in this movie.
Coleman Domingo's in
Terrible.
this? Wow.
Just another bad Netflix film where they dump a truckload of cash at the feet of mediocre filmmakers in hopes of creating an action blockbuster like Red Notice or Rebel Moon or Heart of Stone. Any of these. They wasted $320 million on this movie, and it was the 4th worst movie I saw all year. They need to be forced to get a writer that writes their films and let them just direct.
Well, who's this guy?
He's just a dude. This movie came out so long ago.
It's cute.
It's terrible. Anyways, Electric State, my 4th worst movie of the year.
Okay.
What do you have for your number 3?
Number 3 for me is Jurassic World Rebirth. When Jurassic Park first came out in 1993, I was completely amazed at what I saw. But that's no longer the case, and Steven Spielberg, unbelievably, is one of the producers of the new one. This is now a tired monster movie with angry dinosaurs where you pretty much predict who's going to survive and who's going to get chomped up. The lead character, played by Scarlett Johansson, who's essentially playing a version of the Black Widow, looks like she looks like she can't wait to jump into her limo and run to the bank to cash her check for doing this movie. There's a stupid side plot involving a father and his 2 kids. They have no business being where they are. They're going on a joyride in a boat.
So stupid.
In a territory where these dangerous dinosaurs are. There's just nothing new here. There's no amazement. This series just needs to go away. It needs to be extinct.
Talk about wasting talent. You get Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali in this movie,
Yeah.
and it's just bad.
Jonathan Bailey, I think.
Not a good, Jonathan Bailey, not a good time. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. All right, let's see. I think I saw my poster for my number 3 is right there.
Oh.
It's not. Megan 2.0.
Yep.
Yes, this sequel from director Jared Johnstone. I really enjoyed the first Megan movie. I thought it was fun and cute and smart. And it featured a simple plot with a family drama about a loss of a parent and a babysitter robot who takes the orders of protect at all costs a little too far, and fun. So I was kind of excited for this movie. And it suffers from every bit of sequelitis that I hate. Make it bigger. Amp up the stupidity. Everything has to be bigger. Now it's got global stakes as competing nations and billionaires are embroiled in a plot with mech suits and advanced T-1000 style killer robot. There's horrible exposition. It's just a mess. And young Violet McGraw, who stars as Katie in this movie, is proof that not all child actors are good. Because she has one emotion, and she spams that emotion in everything I've ever seen her in, and it does not work in this movie. It was so bad. It made me not want to watch the first one ever again, because I know what's coming after that.
You know there's going to be a Megan 3.0.
Of course there is. Bad movie. Megan 2.0. No good. All right, your number 2, sir.
Well, you're going to love this.
I bet I am.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Begonia.
Yeah.
Why is this movie on my list? Because it's too weird. It's just too weird. And I guess I'm the only one that thinks that because it was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
It's this year's Shape of Water, and I'm not even going to go into that. That's a whole long story. The plot was weird. The characters were weird. You can't convince me that Emma Stone, who was nominated for Best Actress, gave a groundbreaking performance. I think she's just trying to break the weirdness level with every role that she takes. And I absolutely hated how extreme this got. I hated how it ended. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. Yes, Jesse Plemons.
This guy right here.
Should have been nominated for
Yes.
an Oscar. He was the only bright spot for a movie that I just couldn't wait for it to end. And I saw this when we talked about this several months ago. Mm-hmm. Emma, just do a romantic comedy, do a musical, do another La La Land. Just forget about, what's the director's name?
Yorgos Lanthimos?
Yorgos Lanthimos. Okay, you've done that. Move on. This was just way out there. I could not get into it. I know you loved it.
Steve's telling Emma Stone what she should do with her career.
That's right.
Hey, why don't you get back in the kitchen, Emma, and make a fun dance movie? Man, I love it. We'll be talking about that movie at another show. All right, my number 2, I saw it in here. There's no movie quite like it. My number 2 worst movie of the year is a film called, Popeye's Revenge. Now, let me tell you something. 2025 was the year where Popeye hit the mainstream. In the trademark expired, and so we had 3 Popeye horror flicks that came out in 2025.
So when that happens,
Yes.
anybody can come in and make
Anyone.
a garbage movie.
Just like Steamboat Willie hit the...
Yeah.
And so I watched all 3 of them in one night.
Oh, boy.
I sat down on Tubi, and I watched all of them. I watched Popeye the Slayer Man, and then I watched Shiver Me Timbers, and then I got to Popeye's Revenge. This one, from director William Stead, is awful. The other 2 are fun. Unlike the other 2, this has no fun to it. It's a bunch of teens that want to open a haunted house at the spinach-loving sailor's old place, but he starts killing them. Usually while the teens are in various states of undress because it's a teen horror movie. The kills are lame. Popeye himself looks terrible. I hated everyone in this film. I wanted everyone to get killed. Mercifully, it's only 79 minutes. But still not short enough to be spared of watching a guy get an anchor thrown into his groin while he's pleasuring himself out on a dock. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a Popeye horror movie, Popeye the Slayer Man is the one you want to go with. because
That was
Popeyes-
the better of the two?
Oh, so good. That one's amazing. This one, not a good time. And it really ruined my night having to watch Popeye's Revenge.
Is Wimpy in this asking for a hamburger?
No wimpy, no olive oil.
No
I think
Bluto?
none of that. In fact, never does like the Popeye laugh. I need like you'd think a horror movie, a horror Popeye laugh.
Does
would
he
be
even
great.
eat spinach?
No spinach involved.
Well,
no,
then it's not Popeye.
yeah, exactly. It's not Popeye. Thank you. All right, that's my number 2. Your number 1 worst movie of the year.
Okay, you're probably not going to like this one either.
I'm not. I saw it in here.
Number 1 is Die My Love. And when we first talked about this, we had a pretty good discussion about
We
it.
did.
I've watched it many times.
The discussion?
Yeah, because I gave this movie 0 stars, and after we did the show, I spent a lot of time thinking about this movie and wondering, was I just too harsh? And I thought about it a lot, and I will say what I said when we first talked about it. This film deals with a very serious subject that I felt the filmmakers did not take seriously. Now, if you want to watch a much better movie about a similar subject, it's on Max now. Watch If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Oh, that's a great movie too.
Starring Rose Byrne.
Both great movies.
Oscar-winning performance from her. She's a wife and a mother who's just bombarded with all different kinds of pressures. In Die My Love, the lead characters are just so unlikable. There are supporting characters who I just didn't even understand why they were even in the movie. There's things that happen where you wonder, did they actually happen? Was it just a dream?
Yeah.
There was one awful moment in the movie where I almost walked out. It was just an unpleasant experience, and maybe that was the point of the movie. I don't know.
If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You doesn't have a mysterious motorcycle guy that comes around for no reason.
No, it doesn't.
That's what this has.
I just thought, for me, it was the worst movie of the year that I saw.
That's unfortunate. I did enjoy this movie.
Yeah, I know.
I can't say enjoy. I appreciated this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything enjoyable to it, but I appreciated this movie. So that's your worst movie of the year. Wow. All right. My worst movie of the year, we saw it as we flipped through there, but I can't find it again. But my worst movie of the year was a direct-to-streaming Amazon Prime movie, War of the Worlds, starring Ice Cube.
Okay, I've heard of it.
A remnant of the COVID lockdown where the entire movie is shot on Zoom. Ice Cube is a high-level cyber data dude with a strong internet connection and a lot of anger. He and his connections in the government are trying to figure out what's going on as alien invasion takes place. So he alternates between barking orders to his screen and yelling at his family, generally just looking annoyed, all while sitting in front of a computer locked into a Zoom screen. And his range in this movie is basically reacting to things that are happening off screen. And it's terrible. And Ice Cube is not nearly strong enough of an actor to be able to pull this off. And no one else is. His only emotion really is just looking bewildered as really amateurish alien graphics are being shown to us in news footage, grainy news footage, and I think it was only grainy to cover up for the fact that it looked awful. And everything looks terrible. The whole movie looks like it was shot in selfie mode on a phone. It looks like a student film. Ava Longoria is in this, literally phoning it in through the whole movie. It's cringy, it's laughable. Andrea Savage is an actress who's in this. She plays an FBI agent, and she's on the ground. She's the boots on the ground. She's kicking down doors, and she's supposed to be in like downtown New York as the aliens are invading, and she's trying to find this mysterious hacker who they're chasing down. And we see a shot, she's like down on Wall Street or downtown skyscrapers. And then when we show her footage, you can see over her shoulder, it's a neighborhood because she was shooting it at home on her own phone and then sent that in and they put that in the movie. You can see trees in a ranch style house over her shoulder as she's like, yes, I'm doing, it's so bad.
Wow.
It's so bad. It shouldn't,
I read about this. I haven't
Yes.
seen it. I thought the movie was mostly just him looking into a computer screen.
like 80% of it is him just looking at basically a FaceTime camera.
Who thought that would be a good thing to just make
I don't know.
to do?
I'd heard how terrible it was, and at one point I'm like, okay, I got to see for myself. And it exceeded expectations. It was way worse than I'd heard. And so that's my number one worst movie of the year is War of the Worlds. It's somewhere in there. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But there it is. Ice Cube's War of the Worlds over on Prime. No need to check that one out. There we are. There's our worst 5 of the year. Our next episode, we're going to be coming
There were
to
more
you.
that I could have included.
Do you have some honorable mentions you want to throw in real quick?
We already talked about one, Another Simple Favor.
Yes.
That was one.
That's a good one.
I thought the new Daniel Day-Lewis movie, Anemone was not that
Horribly
great
disappointing.
At all.
Yeah. There's a lot of bad. I watched the Amy Schumer movie, Kinda Pregnant.
Was that 2025?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not good. Not good at all. I don't know what I expected.
Here's one that I wanted to include on my list, but there were 5 worse ones.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary about Eddie Murphy.
Oh, Eddie.
Being Eddie, I think it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
I just really dislike that because Eddie Murphy, he's had so much. He's made so many movies. He's done so much, and there's a lot about his life that I really wanted to know. And I did not like this because this was a documentary that was pretty much controlled by him.
That's it.
It only just
He's only going to talk about what he wants to talk about.
what he wanted to talk about, what he wanted to show. I mean, he's made a lot of bad movies.
Yeah, we kind of glazed over that real quick.
I think he mentioned one of them.
He's like, Norbit, and then anyways.
Yeah, and I think he mentioned Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh, and see, I like that movie.
Did you? Okay.
It's a cult favorite of mine.
And I just thought, what a missed opportunity that was.
Yeah.
I was such a disappointment.
But he wasn't going to do it unless he had control.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just him in his big mansion.
Yep. Oh, what a place, though.
And what's the big revelation of it? He enjoys that one.
puppets.
No, the MTV show about the videos, ridiculousness.
Oh, yeah.
That's his favorite show.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's what we learn.
I saw a lot of really bad documentaries this year. Netflix put out a lot of Trainwreck and Untold series of documentaries. And as I was putting together my entire list of the year, every movie I saw, they were all like way at the bottom. I think I had 170 some movies on my list, and they were all in like the 140 to 170 range. Just so many bad documentaries that I sat through. So anyways, well, our next episode though, we are going to be talking about our 10 favorite movies of the year.
Best of.
Got some honorable mentions as well. We're going to be doing all of that on our next episode, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's going to look a lot like this one. We're going to be in the same space, so hopefully you enjoy it. But until that next one, I'm Jameson.
And I'm
Hey, we
Steve.
want to take a second
Thanks
to
for
thank
watching.
our sponsors, our friends over at Marcus Theaters, the Palace Cinema here in Sun Prairie. It's truly the place to watch movies. Come in and be greeted by a friendly face when you enter. Come get your tickets. Then make sure to stop by the concession stand to get some delicious refreshments.
Here you go.
Thank you. Then settle into a dream lounger, sit back, relax, put your feet up, and enjoy the show. Hey, it's Real Reviews.